Hey, what's up, Shadowverse soldiers? Before we get into it, I wanted to talk about a new tournament that I'm hosting, the Olivia's Webcam Tournament. It's a $20 entry fee and it's a best of three Swiss rounds. First place gets a Dark Angel Olivia, while second place gets 45, third place gets 20, and fourth gets 15. We'll be doing it on November 4th, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll put a link in the description below, and I will hope to see you guys there. What is up, my Shadowverse soldiers? Welcome back to another video. Today, I am here with the Indonesian regional champion. Epoch, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey,
Hi,
what's up,
Dale.
man?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, so I see that you won with Earthright. All right, let's go ahead and get into the questions for the deck. So, why Earthright out of all the decks, sir?
Okay. I don't actually because on the first set, I've been trying by playing all the crafts. So I try to test with all of them, but I never thought about Earthright. So my friend won some Malaysian tournament, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and he shared me his list and I told him I'll try it out. And I kind of like the concept of the deck because it's versatile and like you have a lot of blockers and everything, and you can handle the board. And when I tried the second set, uh, I I was very used to the deck from the first set. So the second set, that's my first deck, but I didn't feel that it was strong enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried playing other crafts, all of the other crafts, and I almost played Sword because I think that Sword is still one of the best decks out there. But uh, and then I came back to play this deck again, and it was I start to feel that with a few changes, the deck can be very, very strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the deck doesn't really have a very bad matchup because the other decks are very strong against some matchups and very bad against some matchups. Like you just like if you play D Shift, you can win like a lot of games, but you just lose to Abyss, and
Mm-hmm.
you don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen in big tournaments. So
Yeah.
I prefer playing some stable decks where I can like navigate through and just don't lose by one deck.
Okay. Okay. So, you did answer most of the questions on how you came about the deck. So let's go ahead and get into what was your thought process in building the deck.
Yeah, so the deck itself without the set two cards are already very, very strong. But since the other decks are also evolving, they become stronger. So we need to adjust the meta with the new cards by adding some new cards. Like like there are a few cards in my deck that is meta call cards. It's like Angelic Snipe and Red Hot Rituals. Those are the cards that can easily be changed
Mm-hmm.
if I want to change my deck. Because there's a lot of aggro decks that I think that there's going to be a lot of aggro decks in my tournament, so that's why I put some Angelic Snipes and Red Hot Rituals. But yeah, like I said, I already explained a few things in on the Facebook post.
Mm-hmm.
The the Runic Guardian is one of the key cards. It's the most powerful card in the deck. I think it's Runic Guardian, in my opinion, because it's the biggest three costs with the biggest stat. It's 4/6 uh three costs with no drawback. There is the neutral one, the 3 mana 6/5, but you lose 3 life and you have to discard a random card. So yeah. So but this is the only card without any drawbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a ward. So it blocks all the cards.
Yeah.
And yeah, and if you come down, you don't attack. You attack for next turn is still 4 damage. And now with Pascale, he became a 6/8 and chomps your opponent's life like a third of it, a fourth of it. So like it's very big.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good. The Runa
So
Guardian.
yeah. So the how to play the deck is actually like you have to tempo out like the first turn you block or you just draw, the second turn you play what do you call it, a stack.
Mm-hmm.
Like either it's the Alchemist Workshop, or you can just play a Crafty Warlock, or if you he has a creature, you can do the Red Hot Ritual card, or just pass the turn for a Fire Chain. But I don't usually do that if I have other cost two cards. And going to turn three, uh, I usually, if I know that my opponent decks can't handle the big creatures, like Ancient Alchemist, the three defense is very big, and the five defense is very big, and the Runa Guardian, like I always uh, play the Ancient Alchemist on the turn three, so it can become an aggro deck, and it's a threat that you need to handle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so and usually it snowballs after that if my opponent cannot handle the Ancient Alchemist. But if I'm playing against like control decks like Discard Dragon, or what are the control decks out there?
A Havencraft.
Sorry, what?
A Havencraft. Is
The
that?
Havencraft. Then I wouldn't play Alchemist on turn three because I don't want him to just die.
Mm-hmm.
So the Runic Guardian is always a easy turn three play for me. If I play second, the Remy and Ramy is very, very strong. Uh, Again, if I know that my opponent is like an aggro deck, then I would probably play Remy and Rami using the Earthright, so I can get a two bodies, a 4/4 and a 5/2 on play, and that's 9 damage if he doesn't take care of it in one turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest is just win more cards that that just snowballs the game.
Okay, okay. So it was a good thought process on it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the deck list. All right, so explain the first card for me. I'm pretty sure you can see Bell Ringer, the
Yeah,
staple.
sure. The Bellringer is very simple. But there's a few plays that I usually play against aggro decks that not many players play it. It's I play Bellringer if I play first uh against us. The only turn when I play and then I tap it for the ward is against sword decks. Other than that, I don't usually rest the Bellringer. And then against aggro decks, especially Abyss, on my second turn, I don't also rest her for the ward because I don't want my opponent to play evolve and then attack the bell ringer because yeah, it would lose a lot of momentum of the deck.
Okay, let's move on to Angelic Snipe.
Yeah, the Angelic Snipe is I brought a one off because it can be searched by Merlin because I've been playing so many games where I played Merlin, but I play if let's say I'm playing second, I can play Merlin and evolve Merlin, but if there's sometimes because there's so few spells that I use. I don't usually have any spell to use with the second ability, the evolve ability of Merlin. So with Angelic Snipe, it adds more spells, and if I play first, I can like search Merlin and then use the Angelic Snipe. So it also helps against all the aggro decks in my
So
matchup.
I'm looking through the deck here, and I'm seeing that you didn't run any Surefire bullets. Did you? What made you choose Angelic Snipe over Surefire Bullet?
So the Surefire Bullet is a two cost, and the card that I'm afraid against Surefire Bullets is that I think that's the best use of Surefire Bullets is the Witch from Abyss, the one that makes three ghosts.
Oh, the Playful Necromancer.
Yeah, the Playful Necromancer, the Floral Fencer, and the Dragon Warrior,
Mm-hmm.
the 3 mana. Yeah, the 4/4. Those are the only cards that I'm afraid of that I would prefer to use the what do you call the card again? The Silver Bullet, right?
Yeah, the Surefire
Yeah,
Bullet.
Surefire Bullet, yeah. So, but the slot was either I play that or Fire Chain. But Fire Chain handles a lot of plays. I can like have so many plays with Fire Chain. Like I Angelic Snipe and then I kill with Fire Chain and I still deal damage, or like Red Hot Ritual to Fire Chain, or I can just attack and spread the damage. That's what I thought. And
Mm-hmm.
also the like I said, the Runic Guardian is very strong because I'm not really afraid of the four. the 4 power and defense creatures because it's 4/6 and it blocks everything.
Hmm.
And also the golems that I make can block like almost all of the cards.
Okay, okay, that's pretty good. So the next couple cards are the Teachings, Creations, and Grafted Warlock, and I'm pretty sure they're just the staples for Earthright for having the stack and then drawing a card and then having another Magic Sediment token.
Yeah, the
But
crafting warlock is actually
hmm
very, very strong because it evolves attack and gives you the the stacks that you need for the next turns. Yeah.
okay, okay. So, and I feel like this is a little bit of the spice of the deck. So, three fire chains. How clutch did three fire chains come in for you in this past regional?
Oh, it helped me a lot. It helped me a lot. Because like there's lots of well, like if I play against Abyss, there's a lot of like deal two and I can kill like it's a 1 for 2 card for me. And especially when I play against like if you see the video of me winning the dragon matchup, sorry, no, it was the semifinals.
Hmm.
So I used 2 fire chains to remove 3 creatures and attack with one. So I clear the board because I can spread the damage and it's very, how do you say it? It's very flexible.
Hmm.
Like I can, because the deck, you try to you try to control the board, clear the clear the board with our creatures are for trading, and fire chain helps the math a lot.
Okay, okay. So let's move on to Alchemist Workshop. So how good did Alchemist Workshop come into play?
I think it's actually a very, very good. It's the best turn to play if there's nothing on board because you can have a body and it also gives you a stack. So and the next turn it's 3 damage, so it's big.
Okay, let's talk about the new card. So the one of Red Hot Ritual. How did you feel about Red Hot Ritual?
Oh, I think uh okay, this is what I call a meta call card. So like I know that my tournament would have a lot of aggros. So I brought the Red Hot Ritual. Before I was using 2 Red Hot Rituals instead of Angelic Snipe, but I decided to change one because I can search for it with Merlin, right? So the Red Hot Ritual actually helps a lot against all the aggro decks around. So like if you go turn 2 Red Hot Ritual and turn 3 Runa Guardian, it's like you feel like you win the game already.
Okay, okay. So Ancient Alchemist. Did you burn a lot of people with that card?
Yes. Because okay, the main thing about this deck is to get your opponent life to 6.
Hmm.
Okay. You only need to deal 14 damage if they don't heal. Like when you get to Ancient Alchemist on 7 if you play second or 8 PP on turn if you play first, then you can just burn him out. Or if you play Merlin on turn 8 is also like a kill because you can play Merlin, search for demonic strike your opponent, evolve and strike again. So
Okay.
yeah.
So the goal is to get them down to six and then just burn them through Ancient Alchemist or Merlin.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So I see you have two of the also new card, the Remy and Ramy Witchy Duo.
Yeah. So I used to have 3 of her, but usually on the few of the games that go so long, I and I didn't have Juno, so it I don't have enough, what do you call it? You don't have stacks. And usually I use Remy and Rami only. I play them if I play second to like clear the board with the creatures.
Hmm.
So it's good, but it's also one of the cards that I could change if there's something better in play that I could play.
All right, so hopefully we can get something better in the future. Unless so
Yeah.
Remy and Ramy is a goat if you go second, but if you're going first, it doesn't feel too good. I can understand that.
Yeah, it's not too good.
All right, so you were talking about the MVP Runa Guardian. Okay, so
Yep, yep.
let us know how much of a goat that Runa Guardian was for you in the tournament.
It's the MVP of almost all of my games. Because if I can get her out in turn 3 with or without a stack, she's still big. She's still 3/4 award for 3 costs. and gives me a stack for the next turn. And if nothing happens, I get a Pascale. I can always give her +2/+2, and that's also very big. Or when I play a Golem Protection with the stack that she made, it's also quite big. So yeah, she helps a lot in all the matchups. Like if I know I'm playing against like a beat up matchup where I want to race, a 3/6 beater is big. Yeah, so she just chomps the life of my opponent.
Okay, so you have one of Demonic Strike. I see people using this as a two of, but what made you want to put it as a one of?
So okay, playing two is actually optimal, but like I said, it was a meta call play. I choose to change one to either Red Hot Ritual or Angelic Snipe because I think that there's not many games where I would play to a late game to like play to 10 or so on because one demonic strike is only to search for with Merlin and then deal 6 damage to it.
Okay, let me scroll down here and let's get into the next card. So we have another new card, Sun Oracle Pascal. How well did Sun Oracle Pascal perform?
Oh, I think she's one of the strong cards in the deck. She's very strong because like she's a removal, she gives stacks, she pumps your creature, and most of all, she's quick, so she can do everything on your opponent's turn. But if I plan to beat down, I always tap her on my turn to make my opponent have to choose either kill my beater or just kill her.
Okay, I like that idea. I like that idea. All right, so excuse me. Next on to execution.
Yeah. So I only play one execution because of one deck. I only play execution because of sword decks. If there's no sword decks, I wouldn't play any execution
Mm-hmm.
because the Leonidas resolve, right?
Mm-hmm.
The token. Yeah, that's only for that card specifically. Because buying one turn against sword is just winning the game. For me, at least for this deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Golem Protection as a three of.
Yeah. The Golem Protection supports the Ancient Alchemist a lot. Because like if I can play turn three, Ancient Alchemist, turn four, evolve and get one Golem on play, deal 3 damage. And usually my opponent attacks to the blocker. On the next turn, I would play another one, deal another 3 damage, and then attack to your face for 3/3. It was 6, 9, and 12. And then you play the Golem Protection
Mm-hmm.
and you just kill your opponent on the fifth turn if you can.
Oh man, that feels really good to burn your opponent like that.
Yeah.
All right, so
So and
I.
also sorry, also the Golem Protection,
Mm-hmm.
like if sometimes games goes long, you need to have a lot of blockers, a lot of defenders, the wards. So you would need her to get to like Gandalf. What do you call the Gandalf name? I forgot.
Oh, Arch
Erasmus.
Summoner. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's the main like if you're going to pull the game back,
Mm-hmm.
then she has a lot. Because like there's many games against Dragon Discard where they play Bahamut and then Goblin Protection, we just let him stand, not warded, and then your opponent cannot get through if
Oh
they cannot
yeah, that
kill
feels so
one.
good because you already got two bodies. Yeah, that's smart. That's
Yes.
smart.
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw in the Facebook post that someone said
Yeah.
that they had a problem seeing the one of Juno's secret laboratory. So why? How did you come up with the one of Juno's?
Okay. Uh one on my testing, like almost all of the decks, all of the time I win by Ancient Alchemist, by Runic Guardian attacking, by Remy and Ramy. And the field is actually quite tight, like with one stack, you only have 4 spots. And with Juno Secret Laboratory, you only have 3 spots. And if they try to lock board you, like not killing any of your creatures, then I couldn't add more stacks to my stack with Juno. So I don't want that to happen. And Juno is what I always say is a win more card. Like if you have Ancient Alchemist in play, you have Juno, then it also helps you a lot. If you have Erasmus in play, Juno helps you. but it doesn't. It's not a card that can stand alone and win you the game. So one is good as you don't because there's no way you would ever play two Junos on the field. There's no way.
Yeah, that
If you
makes
do that,
sense.
then you're already losing.
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
that. I see that. Okay, because I was running three in my build, and I was like, I saw two more in my hand whenever I played, and I was like, why? Why do I have three of this card?
yeah,
So yeah, I can see the explanation behind that now.
yep, yep,
And next, we're getting into the Arch Summoner. So you have three of him.
yep. The this card is really strong. It's really strong. As with a 6/8, he's a beater. He can destroy any creatures, almost all the creatures on the field. That's why, like I said, with Erasmus, with Fire Chain is also very good. Even with just Angelic Snipe or Authority is also very good.
Hmm.
And uh, just himself, like every time I go down and I take out two creatures, he has to remove my creature with one of his spells, or he has to beat it down. So it's 1 for 3 card for 7 costs. It's so strong. But usually, if the game doesn't go that long, then yeah, I mean, like if it goes to a long game, this card is the one of the key cards of the deck.
So did it ever feel bad if you I don't know if any of your hands were just like multiple Arch Summoners. Did you like have any before like Mulligan? You had like two Arch Summoners in your beginning hand, and like did it ever feel bad running three of him?
No, it's never. It was never bad. Even if
Okay.
I had two in my hand, it's not bad in my opinion, because uh there is no way your opponent would let an Archmage alive for 1 turn, right?
Hmm.
They have to try to kill it. And if they kill it, you have the second one, you just like win the game.
Yeah.
But if they don't kill it, you play the second one, like it's a lock, you would for sure win the game. So like yeah. And it helps a lot with the 2 damage to the leader when you kill a follower.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because like I said, the main plan of the game is to get your opponent life to 6 and then burn him up, burn him down. And with Erasmus, when you go down, even if they have 6 life, it locks your win for the next turn if you don't kill it. So yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's go over the Evolve deck, and then we'll do our closing thoughts.
sure, sure.
So two Bellringer Evolves. I've seen most people only run one of. So what made you want to run two?
Yeah, because like I said, against like Abyss decks, Sword decks, the one that with small creatures at the start, you usually use one at the start. And on the late games with the Fire Chain, with 5 mana, you can always evolve another Bellringer and then use Spell Chain, kill a creature, and then she taps for a blocker, for a ward. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you would definitely need two of those.
Okay. Okay. So the two of Crafty Warlock evolves.
Yeah. This one, as you know, like on my video of my last winning, my final play was I played one Crafted Warlock Evolve, uh, and attacking one of my opponent creatures, and then I played another one not Evolve to force my opponent to board wipe the field, and I play three so the I can play the other one on the late games because it gives 2 stacks and that's a lot.
Okay. Okay. So the two of Ancient Alchemist evos. I'm pretty sure that's just a common sense, but
Yeah, like I said, the if you play the Ancient Alchemist on turn 3, turn 4, if you evolve, usually it dies after that, right? So one is for the early game, one is for the late game, and you wouldn't need three in almost in any circumstances,
mm-hmm.
unless like it's a very late game, but it's not going to happen.
Okay. And so the two of Merlin.
Yeah, the 12 Merlin, same. The first one is to remove creatures. The second one is to burn out my opponent. Or like sometimes I play Merlin to search for Golem Protection if I have like Erasmus in my hand, just to get to the late games. And on the late games, you really want the other Merlin to get the Demonic Strike to like burn out your opponent.
Okay. And then the lastly the two of Remy and Ramy Witchy duo.
Yeah, like I said, when I make my decks, I always try to make it like not because some decks are very good at playing first and then very bad at playing second, right? But my deck, I want to be equal. Want to have equal chances when I play first or second. And this card, like it gives two bodies, and against control decks, sometimes on the late game they cannot handle the two bodies like 4/4 and 5/2. That's very big. But I don't usually use the Earthright because sometimes I can just kill my opponent with a 3/2, so I don't need to make it a 5/2.
Okay, okay. So this is the entire deck. It performed absolutely well. So before we leave, what is Earthright's toughest matchups?
So I think okay, I played against all the decks on the whole tournament. I only lost against one Heaven deck, but he had a very perfect hand where he board wiped me like every turn. He killed probably almost 20 of my creatures, of my followers. Like every turn he like board wipes like Gan, or every turn he Themis decrease, or like four 5 turns he cleared my board, and then I just lost to the combo Aegis combo thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been testing a lot. It was not that hard against it's not like there is a matchup where we just lose. That's what I like about this deck. Like almost all of the matchups, we have at least 50% chance to win.
Okay, I
Uh,
like that about Earthright. All right. So, are there
oh,
any?
sorry. I think the worst matchup that I could play against is D shift.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
D
love the
shift
sound of
sometimes,
that.
yeah, because D shift, like even if I have the two golems, the two golems, and then he has the perfect hand, he just kills you on turn 7. It doesn't matter,
Mm-hmm.
and because we can't respond much to his creatures, right?
Yeah.
That's why I think D shift is one of the toughest matchup for this. But D shift just loses to other decks. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's unless like I won one D shift match by playing two Golem Protections in one turn.
Mm-hmm.
So to make my creature 4/5 and 3/4, and that's quite big for them to go through with the D shift plan.
Okay. Okay. So, are there any shout outs that you wanted to give in general?
Yeah, shout out to my team, Team Ogre. Uh, and thanks for helping me test. On the last night before tournament, we didn't sleep at all until the tournament ends. So it was quite fun. It was quite fun. And yeah, thanks.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and thank you, Apak, for sharing your deck.
Yep.
I will hope
Thank
to
you
see you
too.
guys in the next one, and make sure you're safe in whatever you do tonight and whatever you do for the rest of the year. I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, 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 T-R-I double N. I gave you all my love, baby, my heart is cold when you're around. You warm it up, liquid gold, baby, yeah, you warm it up, liquid gold, baby, and my affection, all that paper you wasted. Take my love.